everyone. Oh, what is going on with everyone tonight who is all in the chat so far? Of course, Truck is the first one to comment. If there's one thing you can rely on is like Truck being the first one in the chat. I love it. We got Greg, we got Ghost Max, we got Sean, we got Logan, we got Evanstar, we got Morand. Oh my goodness, who else? We got Cosmina. This is amazing. I love it. I love coming in and hold on, the cords are being stupid on my computer. I love it when everyone's just kind of here. There's Cons of Summer Dreams. Yes. How has everyone's week been? How has their Saturday been? Unfortunately, I only have partially good news on my end. Partially, I almost don't want to get into it, but I mean, updates are required. Not really required, but I know with the whole thing, I kind of left you guys up in the air with Kuma on last Saturday, so I kind of there's Lindsay. Oh, it's wow, we have a hoppin' chat today. Of course, Sean is just, you know, at the model railroad swap meets and bought a used car on Monday. Nice. Cars, I hate purchasing. I've had to purchase 2 used cars. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. It's not fun. It's not fun. I was hoping to run my car into the ground, and then someone else decided, no, I'm going to run your car into the ground. That was fun. Okay, so quick. I'm gonna try and make this quick because every time I talk about it, I kind of cry. I should have gotten some like little sad emoticon to put here in case, you know, for people who watch this later that didn't want to hear about it, they could skip it. But so Kuma on last Saturday, I said he wasn't feeling well and was probably, you know, because he was constipated. I was right. Thankfully, later on that night, he finally came out of hiding. He curled up in my lap, and he was good. And overnight, I heard him in the litter box. All was good. So Sunday, he was back to himself, just yay, yay, yay. Then came Monday morning, and he had dipped again, and I figured, oh, constipated again. You know, this medication is, you know, messing up with him more than I thought for it to keep happening. So I just, whatever I did on Saturday, I repeated Monday. Monday night, he didn't come out of hiding. I'm like, oh, is it, you know, and he was full of fluids more so. So it's just kind of a thing of, okay, I'll keep an eye on him. Maybe it's just worse than last time. It shouldn't be, but do whatever. And because he wasn't getting any better, I did the whole, I'm going to sleep on the couch, because that way I won't like fully fall asleep. I can keep getting up and checking on him overnight. I did a full, well, this is more detailed than what's on my GoFundMe, but you know, the updates there. So I kept an eye on him overnight. Tuesday morning, I swear to you, 5:45 in the morning, I looked in on him. He breathing quickly, like cats breathe fast, but hyperventilating, and then breathing through his mouth, which cats don't do. Oh shit. Had to rush him to the vet Tuesday morning. He stayed there until Thursday evening. The vet is literally right now, I'm waiting on results, some blood test results, because it takes like 5 business days or something to get those results. And they're like, we would rather him stay with you and see how he does versus keeping him here, racking up more bills. And he may not be himself because he's at the vet versus at home. So currently I am sitting on it's possible he has FIP. It's more than likely. There's a possibility he has lymphoma. They don't know. That's the test that I'm waiting for. And there's possibly something else going on because he's also currently on antibiotics now that I need to give him. So like Thursday night, he was They're also kind of keeping an eye on him, and I need to keep an eye on him because the vet asked me a bunch of like, is he showing any neurological signs of, you know, this? I'm like, no, sometimes he sits with his head down because he's waiting for the brain cell, but Like, that's about it. And like, well, he's kind of wobbly. And I'm like, well, he hasn't eaten in 24 hours and, you know, he feels like crap. Turns out he was mostly feeling like crap because he had a stupid high fever. And unfortunately, Tylenol's not a thing for cats. So, currently waiting on a bunch of stupid tests. He's back home, as I said. He is back to his old self, thankfully. I'm hoping it's because of the antibiotics and whatever, because there was also the thing of, yeah, more than likely he has FIP, but in 20% of cats, the meds stop working. The fact that he's doing okay right now leads me to believe the meds are still working. It was just a who knows what, because tests. So again, that's why the donation thing is still there. Might be there for a bit, but my bills have ballooned up to $6,800 for this little creature who, according to the vet, likes being in his like cage when he's at the vet. He's the cuddliest little thing, all purrs and everything. They try and take him out, and he turns spicy. So that's his personality now. He understands, you know, him being taken out of a little kennel means he's going to be poked and prodded. And he's currently shaved on like on his legs and his belly. So right now he essentially has boots on his front paws. Is very cute. But so long story short, he is right now doing better. Fingers crossed it keeps doing better. Yeah. That's the update on Kuma. What else is everyone else doing? Evanstar, it's been a long day. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Bought my tickets for Cleveland Fan Expo, mainly going for Jonathan Frakes. Yeah. The amount of times I've kind of done that, it's like, oh, this one guest is going. Yeah, I guess I'll put in the extra $15 to go see someone. I've done that. Yep. I've been doing my best to trap the bots away from GW, and it's been fun to watch them wriggle helplessly in my trap server. I want to see this more. Like, you need to like explain or like do a drawing of what this looks like, because that just sounds, every time you talk about it, it sounds so amusing. Yeah. Busy night for truck. Every assembly line is trying to bury me in as much crap as possible. No minion either. Then just take on your own minion truck. If they won't give you one, just freaking take one at this point. My previous one was a 2006 Chevy Cobalt, died after 220,000 miles. Not bad. Yeah, Cosmina, it's up and down with this little bugger. The upside is it's like the vet thinks that it's possibly also leukemia, but at the same time she was like, he's too young for this. Now granted, how many times do we hear that about people too? Oh, they're too young for cancer. That's why it's this really big, expensive test that currently waiting on the results. And I'm hoping nothing neurological pops up, because literally it's another $8,000 test for an MRI. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna just die if it comes to that, because I can't. Oh, like eight plus 6. Oh my God, Logan. Oh, God, I'm gonna cry from that. I'm gonna cry from that. Oh God. Okay, give me it. Oh, Kuma's mostly just being a little dork, and it'll come out in the end. Yeah, it's today he is literally his old self. He well, it also helps that Wrigley came back today, and Wrigley's back for a week, but he has been like just running all over the place. His favorite blanket, he started using it again last night, which was cats, you know. If anyone has cats, that you know that certain spots get out of rotation where they want to sleep. The blanket is back in rotation. It's the warmest spot in the house, literally. The fact that he's using it, it's like, oh, he wants comfy and warm. He jumped into bed with me the other morning, and he just was the googliest little thing. Just snoogles and purrs and whatever. So I'm like, okay, he is getting better. You know, keep pumping him full of stool softener and now antibiotics and his regular FIP medication. Knock on wood, you know, I'm hoping this is the last emergency. I don't mind taking him in for checkups. Checkups are part of owning pets and being a human. Like, we all should be going for checkups. Those costs, that's fine. It's the, oh, here's an emergency, here's another, you know, what was it, $4,300. So yeah, I really need to win the lottery. If the fates could just let me win the lottery, 50,000. That's all I need. 50,000, and I'll just put it all towards Kuma. That's it. Just give me that. Getting off a 12-hour shift at work and driving home. Oh, I do not miss the 12-hour shifts. Lindsay, my gosh, kudos to you. Heck, I remember once 12 hours was bad enough. Every now and then I'd get a 24, like, okay, not a 24-hour shift, but I would leave the house like 3 a.m., come back home at 3 a.m. I've had those days too. For some reason, they're easier than the 12-hour shifts. I remember when Sunshine, the first cat I grew up with, had a seizure once in his older years. I didn't sleep for literally Cosmina. When I took him to the vet on Tuesday, and it's like, oh, it's fine. Things happen. He'll be okay. It's those things of no news is good news. Even the vet, told me that. So it's like, I took him in, whatever. And she says, like, we want to keep him here for tests. I'm like, do whatever test you need to do. I need to figure out what's wrong with him. They knew off the bat it was a fever, and the only way to cure a cat of fever is IV fluids. That's it. And literally, that's not a thing I can do. So it's like, okay, we're keeping him for that and a couple tests. And it's like the tests take a couple hours. Like literally Tuesday evening, I would have already answers. And by Tuesday evening, she called back and she's like, I had a choice. I could either take him home or let them, keep observing him and whatever. And it's like, as much as I want to take him home, as a professional, what's your opinion? And she's like, probably best to keep him here. It's like, it kills me, but I'll keep him there. So I didn't do well Tuesday night. Wednesday afternoon, got another call from the vet. Planned, so it wasn't oh god, what's happened. Again, they wanted to keep him, and that's when I broke. I officially just broke out into tears. I could, my baby. I've been through this before of keeping a cat at the vet because something has happened. It's nothing new to me, but it breaks me because it's like, you can't really explain to them what's happening, that they're there because you want to help them. That it's all that thing. So it breaks me. That's like, I can't tell you. I can tell you, but you may not understand. And you're going to probably sit there going, where are you going? Why are you leaving me with people I don't know? So that's what starts to break. Oh God, I'm going to do it again. No. Whew. I mean, I can show you what the trap server looks like. Perfectly safe for humans, like a roach motel. I love it. Good minions are hard to find. Ever since Despicable Me came out, all they want to do is speak gibberish and cause chaos. Can you give them a banana? Truck, can you give them a banana? Will that help? Try giving bananas. Oh yeah, my current kitty is a needy cuddle bug, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Yep. Hello, Pack Rat. Welcome. Yeah, good. I'm a good minion, but no, like, it's God, the job market, like, it's like, okay, you want to get a better job, but the job market sucks, so you kind of get stuck where you are, and all that stuff too, but, yeah, Kuma's not much of a cuddle bug until he's like, oh, like, I don't feel great, or I'm starting to feel better, and then he cuddles up with me, so he's learning how to be a cuddle bug, but he's very much I want to sleep upside down on my back still kind of cat. He hasn't quite turned into a lap kitty yet, but he'll get there. My last lap kitty was, I don't know who you are, I like you, but no. And then he got sick, and I went to the vet literally every day to go visit him. And when he finally was able to come home, lap kitty. If I was sitting down, lap. I couldn't move. It was great. Speaking as somebody who has been a minion at cons, I don't cause chaos usually. I don't believe you, Sean. I heard bananas and Donkey Kong just showed up at my door. Yes, happy thoughts for Kitta, happy thoughts for Kuma, but yes, let's talk about more positive things. I know I didn't give an update from last Saturday, so it's like, he's doing better from then, and then, bleh. It was... that's why, unfortunately, I hate having to keep that there. Well, specifically that. Bills suck. Can I interest you in a TV gig? The only downside is you'd have to move to the United States. No. If I gotta do TV gigs, I do them from here. I do them on this side of the border. I don't care if I gotta go to Toronto or Vancouver, Montreal. Send me to frickin' Winnipeg. I don't care. I don't cross that border. Well, I'll cross the border, but I would have to jump and then go to Mexico. And yeah. I mean, I'd be okay with Hawaii. I'm not touching the main. You should try Hench's. The Guild of Types Intent is a good source. Yeah, if goons don't work, maybe henchmen? Maybe? Sounds like Kuma's still going through. Yeah, Pack Rat, I went through the whole thing. I'm not going to repeat it. Bills are astronomical. He's currently doing better. He had to stay with the vet for a few days. He is currently doing better. Again, knock on wood, it stays that way. I'm an absolute freaking disaster mentally from it. It's taken me days to finally be like, oh, okay, he's home and he's okay. But yeah, the bills are transforming into used car territory. That's elite Canadian used car territory. How much did I pay for my life? It's getting there. It's getting there. I'm not evil enough to have henchmen, I'm afraid. Have you tried, Truck? Have you tried being more evil? I mean, I know being Canadian, it is that much more difficult, but frankly, you could just steal some maple syrup and that makes you more evil. I mean, that stuff is worth millions. Guild sanctioned supervillain is my dream job. References of everything on my streams, Logan. Like, we should all know this at this point. Nothing's off limits, really. I referenced Venture Brothers twice on Last Voices. It felt appropriate to fill up the old hip flask with Marlotte portable bitterness for the win. If I could get away with that. If I could get away with that. Thank you, Pack Rat. See, Moran knows about the great maple syrup heist. It was the biggest freaking news up here. What do you mean somebody stole maple syrup? What do you mean we have reserves? What do you mean it's worth this much? What? Of all things to steal, maple syrup. I'm guessing Americans really freaking like. I don't know. I'm not going to try and question this. I'm just going to go with the flow. And I don't really get maple syrup out here because I'm in Alberta and maple trees aren't really a thing. Maple, no. In case you didn't know, yeah, it is very much a southern Ontario, Montreal, Maine, Vermont, that kind of area where they can make maple syrup. So, and with climate change, it's actually moving further north to be able to get maple syrup out of trees. Fun. Gargoyles Darkwing Duck #3 is out this coming week. Thank you, Greg, for reminding me, because I still did I put in my order? The upside is my new comic book guy is so freaking good. I don't think I'm gonna go back to my old place. I love the people at my old place, but this new guy, first of all, it took him like 3 visits, me visiting his shop 3 times for him to recognize me. So dang. But also, well, it also helps that I'm showing consistency, because with the Mega Man comics and the Darkwing Duck Gargoyles crossover, I've been sticking to one comic cover artist. So for I think his name is Edwin. I don't remember his last name, but I remember Edwin for Mega Man, because what he did was it's 6 issues and they all connect. So when I saw that, I'm like, I don't care how cool the other covers are. I freaking want this. And for the Darkwing Duck Gargoyles, I keep picking up Tad Stone's covers. So essentially what he does now is if I forget to put in my order, because he's seen that I'm consistent with the covers, he orders it anyway. And then when I come in going, I forgot to order it, he just sticks my name to it. So yes. But yeah, it's the end of the month, so I was waiting for more issues more of the covers to show, but there was only 2 for the #3, or was that #4? #4, right? Yes, #4. Crap, I don't know where I am anymore. You guys handle the chat. That's it. I'm not gonna try and figure out what day it is. I know it's a Saturday. That's all I know. There are a few books where Earth gets into a war with an alien species over maple. It's good stuff though. Like, if you've never had maple syrup, but only like the maple syrup sweetener or whatever the heck it's called, I don't even know what it is because I've never had it. But the fake maple syrup, if you've never had maple syrup, you are missing out. And if you compare the two, that synthetic stuff has nothing on the true maple syrup. Is it true Canadians are overly polite, or is that an annoying stereotype? Because if it is, I apologize, but only want to learn. I mean, that's what I keep hearing. Even as like a Canadian, it's like, you people are so polite. And it's just like, is there another way we're supposed to like speak to strange? Like, I think it's a thing of, and I could be wrong, it's so many people are so used to, I guess, the abrasiveness of Americans. I don't know, but I have heard from many Americans because I do TFCon in Toronto, and there's a bunch of Americans that come up for there, so they're surrounded by Canadians, and I have heard, you guys are so polite. It's like, what did I do? Like, what is it? I don't know. Because all the Americans I come across are nice, and I've never had a problem, you know. But then again, I'm at a convention to talk about giant, you know, transforming robots with other people. So I don't know. But yes, I have heard from other Americans, you Canadians are so polite. So yeah, that I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what it is. I've been to the States enough times, even outside of conventions. And again, I've never had issues with anyone I've bumped into. So I don't know. Maybe our voices are softer and so it sounds more polite. I don't know. Cause I'm just a dick. New Mask comic is coming out soon. It'll be tied into the Transformers G.I. Joe stuff that Image has been doing. Oh, very cool. I didn't want to know. I don't need to spend. I have no money to spend. Literally, I'm giving myself like the $8, or now it's depending on the months and whatever, but like the $16 to buy the 2 comics per month. That's it. That's the only thing I've allowed myself to buy. That's I'm. Yeah. I'm really enjoying the Gargoyles Darkwing comics. As I'm reading it, I can hear all the characters' voices in my head. I love it when that happens. I love it. You've joined these streams enough times. Canadians overly polite? Please. No, I'm a jerk. I know. There's KO Joe. Hello. I feel like maple syrup would send me into a diabetic coma. I have heard, like it is sweet tasting, but for some reasons, like it's not a lot of sugar or whatever. I don't know, cause I've heard a lot of people using it as an alternative to sugar, to straight sugar, that they'll use maple syrup instead. So like I've known people who like maple syrup so much that, I've been the person who was like, okay, fine, I'm getting you maple syrup for your birthday. Because there's different levels of, there are different grades of maple syrup. I learned this when I was, as a joke, going to give somebody maple syrup for their birthday. I'm like, wait, I actually have to do research on this? I thought it was just maple syrup. Because I just buy, like, in a giant tub, maple syrup. But yeah, there's different grades of maple syrup. And so I gave them, I think, like, how many? Gave them like 4 or 5 bottles of maple syrup, and literally on Canada Day they took one of those bottles because it was a lot of maple syrup to go through, and they just chugged it straight from the bottle. Like, all right, as a happy Canada Day thing. Hey KO, it's not, it's okay, it's okay. How about you? 90% of Americans are from New York. I've never been nice my whole life, but I do my best to be sweet. I watched your review of Enter Macbeth earlier. Thank you, thank you. I'm always, honestly, I'm kind of amazed when people watch an episode review for, especially when it comes from Gargoyles fans who have been in the fandom for God knows how long, and they know the show backwards and forwards and stuff. I'm like, what am I going to say that hasn't already been said? But yeah, I appreciate. I found myself wondering if the episode on the DVD was the best possible version. Is there still some jank to the animation? That's the best we're going to get. That is the DVD is the best quality there is. The animation is jank because it was originally jank. That was the best they could improve it. It's the bad one. That's why I made it's the bad one. Hey, Chris is here again. It's been a while since we've seen Chris. I think Vows is the only episode on DVD that has an unfinished version. No, Vows has 2 endings. One was a mistake, one is the correct, and the mistake made it on the DVD. That's what happened. I believe you can, the proper version is on YubTub, I believe. Greg can correct me. Let's see. The version on the DVD is the final version of Enter Macbeth. Yeah, Vows was a choice by the DVD folks. There you go. I'm turning into a rude. I went 20 whole minutes without saying sorry once. Truck, how dare you? We need to revoke your Canadian citizenship. I know you're probably born here, but we're gonna revoke it. Sorry. You broke the law, man. You broke the law. Giant tub of maple syrup, not a phrase I'd expected to hear and unexpectedly delightful. I wish I could. I haven't bought maple syrup in forever because I don't really eat like pancakes or those breakfast foods that require maple syrup. But yeah, it's just, you know, the moonshine jugs, it looks like one of those, but like this big. So it's like a liter's worth of maple syrup. Legit. And every time like I would go out to Ontario, I'd bring one back because it's cheaper to buy it out in Ontario than it is out here. Yep. The Macbeth video was really good. Thank you. Your vid editing is top notch. All my vids look like something that would have been made in 2005. Considering I have absolutely no training and no skills in video editing, thank you. Everything I do is literally just me playing with it. And unfortunately, and I hate to say this because it's Adobe and I despise the crap that they do, and this is why I sailed the high seas, but I use Adobe Premiere, and it's the simplest thing to use. It's also not the greatest thing to use. It's kind of a pain when I want to do certain things and it just doesn't let me. Stupid things, really. I still have a bunch of crap under my desk. So yeah, and plus, like when it comes to certain things that I want to edit, it just doesn't do it the way I want because I'm a stickler for the audio editing. Yeah, I'm just, my eyes literally, I lose focus because I have to zoom in so close. My face is like this far from the screen half the time trying to get like certain edits done because I'm not a perfectionist, but it bugs me when I can hear certain things. Ugh. Like sometimes it takes me forever to just edit one like 5-second clip because I can hear a pop where I edited it. And it's like, no, I need that pop to go away. And it's literally me just going back and forth with the two. Oh my God. But thank you. Like, I'm glad that, you know, people appreciate the work that I'm putting into it. Because like, yay, an episode review. This takes me like freaking 4 hours to edit minimum. And it actually now takes longer because I started throwing in the video clips. And that's just, it's fun. It's like I make cuts and then I move stuff over and then it just adds extra seconds to it. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Video, I prefer audio editing. I can make more mistakes and fix that so much more easily. Video editing is just, no. Yeah. I saw sugar-free maple syrup and thought, no, that's got to be fake. How do you make sugar-free maple syrup? The whole point of maple syrup is taking the sap and taking out the liquid. How do you take the sugar out of it? Sap is liquid sugar. What? No, that's an abomination. I'm banning it. What? It's sugar-free maple syrup. What? What? My apologies. Every once in a while I vanish into the shadow realm of parenthood. Just know that I shall always return. You know what? Doesn't really matter what void or what realm you vanish into. Parenthood's one of the, you know, the obvious ones of, no, it's understandable. It's fine. It's nice when you pop back up. It almost somewhat becomes noticeable when you don't show up. It's weird. Yeah. The reason the mistake made it on the DVD for Vows is because fans asked for the alternate ending as a DVD extra, so See, I don't mind the incorrect, it's not an alternate ending, it's an incorrect ending. I don't mind that ending being on the DVD as an extra. So, you know, you get out of the main menu and you go to the extras. Why did you make it part of the actual freaking episode? That's the problem. I see those maple syrups in Costco. Yeah, we get the giant ones, and again, they're just at Walmart, which is what I'm surprised. Like, Walmart of all places has a bigger size. I don't think I've ever picked up maple syrup at Costco. I've picked up I don't often go to Costco. I have to steal other people's memberships. I can't remember the last thing I picked up at Costco. It's been a while. This is my escape from parenthood and other overwhelming. Right? This is the escape. This is why it's like all topics are on the table. Have fun, you know, do it obviously PG-13. But yeah, that's why it's like this is a chance for everyone to just chill. A fellow pirate, I see. Yes, I have sailed the high seas many a time, because especially when it's a thing of, here's a thing that we used to sell you so you could keep it, and now we want to charge you per month for it. You can kiss my Italian butt, okay? I refuse. Especially now, like with so many companies doing the whole, yeah, you paid for it and bought it, but we can take it away from you whenever we want. No, I'm not renting it, I paid for it. So if that's the crap you're gonna pull, I'm literally just gonna take it. Because you already also make billions of dollars, so. My in-laws once took a trip to Canada. They came back with these maple cookies that were amazing. They're so good. Anyone ever see the episode of Sabrina where she is addicted to pancakes? That, but maple cookies. Those maple cookies, like I'm not used to sugar. I don't have a lot of sugar in my diet. So they are not overly sweet, but I can only handle like one or two before it's like, okay, no, it's too much. But they are so dang good. As a kid, I could have probably eaten an entire package. Now it's just no. And if the chat could stop jumping around on me when I try and just scroll down, like, my God. Thank you, Packard. Like, I will never make a video of it, but maybe I'll put a timer as to how long it actually takes me to edit a video one of these days. Yeah, at least a timer, because who the heck wants to see me edit? It is so boring. And a lot of it is me just swearing at my screen. I'm not allowed to have maple syrup after the Waffle House incident. Now I'm thinking about the maple syrup chugging from Super Troopers home. I've never seen Super Troopers, but I can only imagine. All this talk makes me want pancakes, maybe for breakfast tomorrow. The thing I've wanted to try, and I never thought about doing this, and I kind of hate myself for not thinking about doing this, because everyone makes pancakes the same way. You make the batter, and you get your griddle or your pan or whatever, and you just make a dollop of the batter, and you make individual pancakes, you know. There are people putting it into a tray and making a giant sheet of pancakes. It is the most genius freaking thing I've ever seen, and I'm just going, why did I not think of this? They get just as fluffy, they're just as good. If anything, you can put more toppings, because it's not like you have to flip it and worry about it breaking. You just stick it in the freaking pan, and you stick it in the oven, maybe put it on broil a bit to brown up the top a bit, and that you have a whole freaking tray of pancakes. Like, what? Why did I not think? Freaking genius. I haven't tried it yet, but I want maybe that it'll be cooking with Desi. Should I? Oh God, no. No one needs to see me cook. No, I cook fine. I'm in like my pajamas and crap when no one needs to see me being sloppy. Best pancakes, McDonald's or Whataburger? What? What is this nonsense? Does Logan need to be kicked out of the chat again? Is this a thing that needs to happen? Pancakes sound, oh my god, now I want pancakes. I want pancakes and bacon right now. I don't like fast food. That's a great way of putting it. The only time I will really take pancakes as fast food is Denny's. And because it's usually open 24 hours, and if it's a time where I'm like traveling and I don't land until like 2 o'clock in the morning, they're the best option. And also free Denny's breakfast on your birthday. That's it. That's it. Bob's Diner near my house has great pancakes, great breakfast. There was, I hate that I know of a place that has really good breakfast food, and I literally cannot remember the name of it. I can't even remember if it's more of a chain or a mom and pop, but it was, it's so hard to find good breakfast places. I love how pancakes are literally one of the easiest things to make for breakfast, even from scratch. The only thing, yeah, it's just time consuming for pancakes. That's literally it. What I used to do when I wanted pancakes was I would make the batter overnight before I went to bed, let it sit in the fridge overnight, and then the next day just pop them on the griddle, because then 20 minutes I'd have pancakes. And then as I'm eating, keep making more pancakes. That's how I would do it. What is Whataburger? Where is that at? Yeah, obviously it's just American. I've never had anything from them. Have I? I don't remember. I don't remember half the places I eat. And Golden Nugget for the win here. Fast food restaurant primarily located in the South. As far as fast food goes, they're actually pretty good. I've heard of Whataburger, but I don't know. I've only been to Florida like 3 times in my life. Yeah. 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 I'm gonna smack it's next to Whataburger. Homemade pancakes are always best, although I've made waffles more often with chocolate chips or blueberries, and now I want to try them with real Canadian maple syrup. Is this a thing I need to do? Do I need to like start collecting tiny bottles of maple syrup, and next time I go to the States to ship it out all to you guys? Do I need to smuggle maple syrup into the States? Is this the thing I need to do? I don't mind. The one upside is going into the States, my suitcase is always empty. So I have the space for it. It's just the weight. The weight's always the issue. Fun fact, Sabrina the Teenage Witch is played by an evangelical who would burn Sabrina at the stake if given the chance. Shh. Stop the stream immediately and watch Super Troopers. I'm pretty sure people wouldn't like that, Logan. Like that's just not nice. My team could stop sucking right now. That'd be great too. Pro wrestling loving evangelical. I generally don't know which side of the fence to stand by. Yeah, I'm just not. No, I'm just not. Sabrina the Teenage Witch was one of my fave shows at the time. Salem was too cute. Same, Cosmina. That was the show I absolutely lived for. And then when I found out that Paramount had a week free trial and that Paramount was carrying Sabrina the Teenage Witch, I binged the heck out of that show. Binged the heck out of it. And then the free trial ran out and I let it go. Because Paramount's not getting my money. Speaking of pro wrestling, anybody else watching Elimination Chamber after this? I'm going to go with no, because I don't have Netflix. That's what's I can... Unlike in the States where they make you have like, what, 5 different channels or something for wrestling, I can watch it on Netflix and I don't got Netflix. That's actually a smart way to make pancakes for a bunch. See? A cooking show would be cool. I don't do anything fancy with my cooking. Like, I see so many of the, like, when I'm looking for a recipe or whatever, and I see these people, it's like, oh, like, nice fancy kitchen and this, and they look so calm and collected. I'm like, I'm a freaking disaster in the kitchen. Nothing ever burns. Nothing ever goes bad. It's like, I stick stuff in the oven or on the stove and I go sit down. Like, I don't have the patience to go stand by the stove and keep doing stuff. Just let it do its thing. And I very rarely cook things that like require like so many steps or what. I don't. I don't know. Just hurting with Desi. Like, yeah, most of my cooking's boring. I don't do anything like fun. If I do the tray pancakes, I will happily record that one. That's fine, because I put out the idea and it's whatever. And it's something I plan on making. But that's why I could never do like a cooking show or a cooking channel or whatever, cooking videos or whatever. It's just like, so many times it's leftovers. I will cook once and then eat leftovers for a week. So maybe like on a Monday, I'll make something. On a Tuesday, I'll make something new. And then for the rest of the week, I will just go back and forth between the two things I made. That's literally it. When it comes to eating, I'm lazy. It's the fastest thing, and just no. Fast food in moderation. That is the way to do it. I do remember going overseas and seeing pancakes advertised outside the restaurants as a dessert item. I mean, yeah, technically, my mother called them pancakes for a bit. There's a proper name for them. I don't remember what they're called, but it is it's the same basic, batter, thinner, and you stick it in the pan. You quickly just like rotate the pan so it gets in every square and you get a nice circular thing. Flip it, because it takes like all 2 minutes to make, and then done. I don't remember what they're called. My mother used to, as kids, she would call them pancakes. Remember what? And then, of course, she would let us, play essentially to help cook, and then we would like cover it, spread Nutella on the center, roll them up, and eat them. Oh God, now I want to make those. I have Nutella. What the frick is the name of that dang thing? I don't remember. Oh my God, I hate myself right now. I have the patience to cook but not bake. I like baking because it's a thing of, here's the bowl, here's the machine to mix, throw things in the bowl, the mixer does the work, toss it into a pan or a, cake pan, whatever, and then toss it in the oven. That's why I like baking. Throw everything into one bowl and then toss it. That's why I prefer baking. Cooking, sometimes too many parts, depending, and then you need to time things and stuff like that. And I work in fast food, but it's a literal local fast food. There's only like 4 restaurants in my hometown. Nice. I'm luckily able to bum off a friend's ESPN account. Nice. I like it when friends, yeah. Like, I don't mind tossing a couple bucks to the friend to be like, hey, yeah, I'm using your account, but then they start doing the password sharing BS, and my cooking show would be people seeing me put Hot Pockets in the microwave and set the timer. I mean, there's Uncle Ben's, I think it is. They have 2-minute rice. The amount of times I turn to that, because I'm like, I just don't have the energy to actually make rice with beans, and it's not bad. My internet trying to stream Netflix is like a Model T Ford running in the Indy 500. Currently planning our recording for Turf and our recording for The Reckoning. Really looking forward to both of those episodes. Fun, fun, fun. I'm a decent cook, enough to know how to follow a recipe and save some money, but not a 5-star chef. My aunt, however, loves to cook. My mother loves to cook. And granted, considering the era she grew up in, it's you cook or you starve. Like, she was the type to be able of what's in the fridge and whatever's in the fridge left, toss it together and make a meal. I'm like, how the frig do you do this? It's like, oh, it takes practice. I'm like, no, that's some special ability, because the closest I've gotten was recently, because I found the garlic butter bean recipe, because oh my God, that stuff's too good. But the recipe was just for the garlic butter beans. And I'm like, I don't want to eat just beans. That's kind of, and I don't want to put it on toast. So it's like, okay, what can I throw in with this? Well, the easiest thing to throw in would be rice. But now it's just beans and rice and some cheesy garlic. Okay, we're getting there. oh, let's throw in some marinated artichoke. Okay, that upped it because now you got the creaminess and the tanginess. We're getting there. Throw in a protein, whatever the heck's in the fridge. And it was at that point, it was roasted chicken. So throw that in. There was some, there was leftover edamame beans. So yes, more beans. Threw that in there. And then balsamic glaze on top. Holy crap, you guys. The stuff is addicting. I'm ashamed of how much I could eat in one sitting, but it's so good. It's so good. I would have a cooking show, but a lot of people would have to be cool with screaming obscenities and stuff on fire. Obscenities, yes. That's 100% in my... Yes. Not so much the screaming and not so much the stuff on fire, but definitely the obscenities. That's honestly... I have to watch myself when doing the lives. Not that I... Crepes! Thank you, Packrat! Oh my god! Thank you. And J. Albert King. Yes, crepes. Those were the ones. Crepes. Oh my god. It's chicken and waffles, not chicken and pancakes. Not wrong. Not wrong, Gio. I have yet to try chicken and waffles. Apparently there's a place that's really good for chicken and waffles in town. I just haven't been because I think they're on the other side of town. But I really want to try chicken and waffles. I think we used to eat those as kids, but we called them quiquitos. I just like saying quiquitos. I like to eat crepes with grapes while watching. When do I ban Logan? When do I do this? As a guy, I love baking, min-max baking, random, words. Random taste. Baking's fun. See? Dark Knight gets it. Baking is fun. The more you talk about how much you don't like cooking, the more it sounds like it would be a fun watch. No. Really, it's not that. It's not. I'm thinking about what are the last thing I cook? The last thing I cooked was pork chops. And frankly, it was just, you know, preparing the pork chops, seasoning them, throwing them into a pan. Like, and the broccoli, just chopping off the ends and throwing them into the pot to steam, and that's like, it's boring. It's boring. It would have to be a thing like I'm actually like I would have to script it. See, it's fun watching me do the butter beans because I keep screwing up. I screw up the order and I panic. It's like, oh wait, this was supposed to go in. I don't have it prepared. I need somebody, like, that one's entertaining. The rest of it, not so much. I did stumble across a really cold meatloaf sandwich recipe that I'm fairly certain everyone else here would hate, but man, did it hit the spot. Meatloaf is delicious. Yes, I used to have it in sandwiches as a kid. Yeah, I was trying to make sure my memory wasn't wrong. Yeah, it's delicious. I've eaten slightly soggy but still mostly crunchy ramen noodles. Cold meatloaf would probably be an improvement. Yeah, probably. Sometimes when I've been lazy to cook, I'm like, I just need something with a little bit of protein because that's the important thing, and just put something in my stomach. Cooked ramen, and in a separate pan, what was it? Sesame oil, garlic if you want, and peanut butter. So you kind of heat that up and make it a sauce, and then when the ramen noodles are done, you toss the noodles into the peanut butter sauce and just mix it up, and done. Takes all of literally like the time it takes to cook the ramen. So what, 3 minutes? Done. It's not the healthiest thing, but at least you get some protein, and it's yummy. Some people are better than others natural, but almost all of us can learn to cook stuff comparable to, or yeah, better than takeout. Yeah, for sure. It's just needing, it's wanting to put in the effort. That's the hardest thing. It's everyone forgets that everyone started at day one. Not everyone started off as a freaking master. Not everyone started off as a Gordon Ramsay type thing. So it's just like, look, cook the really simple. The amount of recipes I've picked up where it's like, yeah, it takes 3 steps in one pot, because that's the easiest way to learn. And then it's like, oh, this is kind of the pattern, because everything eventually, there's a pattern in cooking. The one thing I need to learn is better time management. That's my issue. Cooking MacGyver style. I'll bet your mom couldn't make a meal out of what's in my fridge. I've got baking soda, water, and ketchup, and the ketchup is in packets. No, that would be the thing that she couldn't do it. That you would have beaten her, J. Albert. I wish I could make watered down tomato soup. Please don't. Heat the water up to chase the ketchup packets and you have a meal. As a kid, I made mac and cheese way too often, but my palate and learning of recipes grew as I got older. Mac and cheese is, again, you make mac and cheese, but if you have either a pan or a cast iron pan or whatever, you throw the mac and cheese into there and then grab breadcrumbs, pile it on top, shove it in the oven. There, you elevated the mac and cheese. Like, certain things are just like... That reminds me, I need to get more chicken. I was going to get some yesterday, but the store was out. Doesn't help the places in remodeling, so good luck finding things. See, what I like to do is one of my grocery stores, they're a chain, huge chain, but they have a promise of if you come in, they have pre-made roasted chicken and ham. I never touch the ham. But I always go for the roasted chicken because it's the most versatile thing to use. But it's like, if you come in for any one of those two, and if they are out of stock before like 7 p.m., you get a coupon to get the next one free. So yeah, you won't have chicken for the night, or at least you'll have to figure out, make your own chicken for the night, but at least you get a free roasted chicken next time. I need to do that again. And it's the last time I did it, it wasn't like I came in like 5 minutes before like the 7 o'clock was going to hit and be like, okay, where the heck, why are you out? I came in like 2 hours before and they stopped making chicken. They just happened to be out. Manager was trying so hard not to give me the coupon. I'm like, no, you're going to give me the coupon. It's not my fault that your deli is already out of food. And it was a common freaking thing. I think I went to 3 stores. Not looking for chicken. I was looking for something specific. I think ribs. I don't know. They all were out by like 6:30. I'm like, what are you guys doing? I used to work. I hit the mic, take a shot. Like I used to work in a hot deli as a teenager, and it's like we kept making food until like 2 hours before close. You're before 7 p.m. You guys are open for another 3 hours after this. You stopped making food 5 hours before you close? What the heck is this? Oh, they've changed even that. It's amazing. The best cuisine I've ever had was Persian. It's like eating flowers, even the steak, and that's not an insult. It's just so different, but so exquisite. I've never had Persian, which is a shame. It's like, I have to go back to Toronto for that. Like, I'm not going to find Persian restaurants out here. Too white. And that's just the way it is. Can't ban Logan. Well, technically I can ban Logan. I think I speak on behalf of those entire chat when I say we'd all happily watch you chop broccoli. You guys are too much. You guys are too much. Because the other problem is, and I face this every time I do a build, the biggest issue I have, and it's not a big issue, it's more of a, is the, like when I do my video, when I do my build reviews, or I do my builds, I use my phone as the other recorder, because I only have the one stupid ass webcam. And unfortunately, as I found out, the phone battery really doesn't last when I record. Granted, I can plug it into a charger and it'll do okay. But like, that battery does not last. And I don't know. I might be able to hook up one of those like lanyard mics to the phone. I don't know. I'm still trying to find a lanyard mic, but all that's been on pause because Kuma. I had a lanyard mic in mind and I had a webcam in mind, and then it was just like, nope, Kuma. So that's all been put on hold. Like, I'll use the phone, I just don't have a lanyard mic, so the audio quality would be absolute balls. That right now literally is the biggest thing. Again, I would have to find something interesting to cook if I were to do a cooking video. But the equipment I have currently is balls. Chicken and waffles is so goated. I was skeptical until I tried it along with burritos. It's a meal I could eat it every day if I wouldn't matter. It sounds so good. So many people look at me, it's like, but it's fried stuff and it's sweet stuff. I'm like, that is the best combination you can have. Salty and sweet. My favorite my favorite flavor of popcorn is salt and sugar. Like, it is the best because it just works so well. My youngest makes meatloaf sandwiches whenever I make meatloaf. That's so cute. That's so cute. Listen to Evan Star, she knows what she's talking. Yeah, but I'm the boss here. I have a great cookbook called What to Cook When You Think There's Nothing in the House to Eat. The title is totally not see, that's what I need. But usually there's literally nothing. Thankfully, there's easy recipes to start with both in video format here on YubTub and cooking blogs. Exactly. Like, it's so easy to learn stuff now because of YubTub and people's blog. Oh, and oh my god, it's almost Easter. Okay, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll do. I won't have I'll have to do a voiceover, which is fine. I won't be able to talk in the video. But I have to make Easter bread because it's essentially crack in this house. My recipe makes 3 like decent sized loaves. I hope I don't screw it up this time. Last time I overproofed them and it was so sad. I miss my old way of proofing bread, but yeah, so I have to make Easter bread. So maybe I'll record that. It's a disaster because my machine is falling apart. My machine does not like making bread. That machine is older than me. I got it secondhand. It does not like making bread. In the Pine Barren Sopranos episode, ketchup packets were a welcome meal. That's how I learned to make delicious hot dog water. Coming from Louisiana originally and an Italian background, nothing is ever simple for food. Thank you. Lindsay gets it. My favorite Persian meal is barg kebab. Okay, barg. I thought I saw barb and what? No, barg kebab. Sirloin marinated in a special age-old recipe served with white basmati rice, grilled onion, and tomato and albaloop. Oh my god, Greg, you're making me hungry. And on that note, I gotta run. How dare you, Greg? That's just mean. You make us all hungry with this barg kebab and then you just up and run? The heck is this? Bye. Yeah, I highly recommend salt and sugar popcorn. I wish I could remember the brand that did it. The problem was I found them once and then never again. Could have been, it's just like the kettle, no, not kettle, that's kettle chips. Whatever. I wonder if I could find, like if I could find the company that did it. Yay, my Google's not being mean. No, not sweet. I said salt and sugar, not sweet and salty. Bite me. Oh, kettle corn. So I was on the right path. Yay. I don't want homemade. Okay, I'm only gonna get homemade. Is that the magic word to use? Ah, there's a place in Calgary that sells it. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I don't think the company exists anymore. Huh. So it was a one-off. Because I am not seeing the brand, unless they did like a complete rebranding of the bag. Unless Boom Chicka, no, it's not them. I don't think they have that. Yeah, no. Companies just... But again, it's just, you get butter and salt and sugar and have that. Please don't hate me for the syrup love, but when I ordered chicken and waffles, I didn't realize the chicken was absolutely coated in syrup. It took all my strength to hide my disappointment. See, the thing is, there is such a thing as too much syrup. I would rather... Okay, if they want to do like a light coating of maple syrup on the chicken, that's fine, because that would be their own special whatever to their recipe. But if anything, it should literally just be fried chicken on a waffle, and then you just add whatever. You know, that sort of thing. I'm sorry I haven't been saying much. I've been in the zone working on what I think is a cute picture with an important mess. Cosmina, don't apologize. Don't worry, you're in here. That's what matters. Hold on. Ugh. I don't have kitties stealing my heat, but apparently I just angled it wrong. Having watched Elf, I agree there is... Yeah, see, there is such a thing as too much. And there's Captain Logan. It's already 9 o'clock. Yes, it is. We have another hour. Well, 55 minutes. Because Kuma's meds. Yeah, there is such a thing as too much maple syrup. To be fair, it takes again, if you're used to it, for like someone like me, it takes quite a bit. I'm the person that literally did put like maple syrup in tea and coffee and whatever, because I just didn't want to use regular ass sugar. But if you're not used to it, yeah, it can be too much. Yeah, expected syrup on the side, see? You guys are making me hungry. I'm in the UK, so only option is cook or Uber Eats. Uber Eats is not an option. I don't like urine in my drink. The only way I do Uber Eats is I will put in the order and then go pick it up. That's the only way I do Uber Eats. I do not... I think once or twice I did Uber Eats delivery because I was literally too sick to leave and I was too sick to cook. So it was a thing of, okay, it may have been skip the dishes or whatever, but one of those delivery services. But once I moved into areas where it's like, oh, I can, unless I'm deathly ill and can't move, it's no, I'll put in the order and then go pick it up, because I find deals on things like Uber Eats and skip the dishes and not so much DoorDash, but mostly Uber Eats, and half the time it's like 2 for 1. I'm like, oh, if I spend $20, I get like 4 meals out of this. So that's what I do. Syrup on chicken is elite. I need fried chicken and waffles. I need to do this. Oh, I need a very big paycheck from the lottery. That would be great. And then I can go buy chicken and waffles. Yes, all the love to Kuma. Thank you, Captain Logan. Poor boy. He is, given how quiet it is upstairs, he's probably passed out somewhere. It was hilarious. I fed him right before the live, and then he just had this burst of energy and was tearing the place apart, just running everywhere, and then just boom, just out. I've never been a big fan of honey, and that could be because I've been having the wrong honey. It's the, like, I grew up with the, because that's another thing I'm so used to putting in, like, my tea and my coffee and whatever, is literally giant pail full of honey, but it was the hardened stuff. I know there's probably a proper name for it, but it's the harder honey, and I hated the taste. Absolutely despised the taste. It was good for you, blah blah blah. And as a kid, you just do what your parents say. And then now I currently have a honey. It's on the it's not as liquid as what you would find in the plastic bear, but it's not as hard as the one in the pail that I had. But it's a similar taste to the pail, so I'm still not on board with honey. I'm like, no, I need to disguise the taste. I still despise this. I need to try the honey in the bear. I have never tried the honey in the bear, or something along those lines of where it's liquid honey. I never have. And maybe that's why I don't like honey. I don't know. Going to hook you up with Garrett's popcorn next time you're in Chicago. I'm holding you to that, Miranda. I'm holding you to that. Give me all the popcorn. Caramel corn and deep dish pizza and Moran's going to make me put on 20 pounds. Like, no. You know how long it took me to lose I have not eaten fast food for years. Good on you, Danielson. I can't even do every now and then I give in. Are you from Canada? Yes, I am. I am currently in dusty old I can't even say dusty old because it's winter. Snowy old Calgary. There we go. I didn't even know Uber Eats had a pickup option. So it seems like it defeats the purpose of Uber Eats. Yeah, if you're looking for delivery service, it does defeat the whole purpose of, you know, Uber Eats. But most of the places I order from are literally around the corner. I just want the deal. That's what I go for them. I'm like, I just want the deal. You guys have a good night and be safe. Good vibes for Kuma. Thank you, Evan Star. Have a good night. Yeah, cat zoomies run everywhere then. And he's been doing that all day. It's making me so happy just to see. It was hilarious. Because my one housemate, my one housemate is back for the week, hence why Wrigley is back. And so she was just, you know, doing some minor work on her computer. And, you know, Kuma walked into her, into her room, whatever. And he had wandered in, and she had gotten up, putting on her jacket so she could take Wrigley out for a walk. And Kuma loves stealing her chair, so that's exactly what he did. And she turned around. She's like, "Oh, you're stealing my chair from me again, are you? Like, I'm gonna come back and you're gonna be asleep in my chair." And he decided to go, "Nope." He jumped up onto her desk, and then lay down across her keyboard, because there was also a sunbeam coming in at that moment. So there was the sun hitting the keyboard, and he just lay across her keyboard. He's like, "No, this is where I'm sleeping." She called me in. She's like, "You need to see this." Actually, no, I have a picture. Oh, because I sent it to my mom because it was freaking hilarious. I'm like, "Look at this cat." Like, look at the... It would help if I didn't open the camera app. That would be helpful. But this is just freaking hilarious. This boy of mine. Come on, there we go. Like, look at that bugger. Look at it, like, just across the keyboard. Like, no, this is where I'm spending now. Like, I love this boy so much. And yeah, you can see his shaved leg right there. But what was even funnier was, yeah, he stayed there. He was having a blast. He was, you know, licking his leg, whatever, licking his paws. She left, so she went outside, closed the door, and he literally jumped down. He was just doing a thing of, "No, I want to take it from you. It's no fun if you're not here." That's what he does. That's what he does. Honey in the bear is like the least of the honeys. No wonder it's not satisfying. That, I'm going to take your word for it. I just need to find, I'm guessing it's going to have to be a liquid honey, because so far the harder honeys, or the ones that are not as liquid, I have not liked the taste. And I don't know if it's because of the state that it's in, like the flavor, whatever changes, or like, I just don't like honey. I'm not going to go for the honey in the bear, because I know that's one of probably the types. It's the cheapest, and for a reason. But I just need to find a liquid honey that, you know, whatever. I love honey. I just absolutely hate having to pick the beast ears out of my tongue. See, Chris, this is what I missed. This is what I missed. Never really used honey, but I went to a Texas Roadhouse restaurant and had a honey glazed salmon. Oh my god, it was so good. Had to figure out how to make it. Yeah, see, like, I've had honey glazed ham, honey glazed salmon. It's always good. The honey flavor doesn't bother me. So I'm like, it has to be the type of honey that I've become to. Love the cup. Thank you. I got this dollar store. We have a Dollarama up here. I think it was like $3. And it has become my favorite. My favorite. I have so many of these, but this is my favorite. The downside is it doesn't keep the whatever drink, which is usually water, it doesn't keep it cold. I really got to stop shaking this desk. I have another one that's bigger and does keep things cold. The problem is it keeps it cold for too long. And then it's like, well, I don't want it that cold for that. Like, I had to play with what temperature water I was putting in there. I put honey in my tea, sometimes coffee, and it's great for allergy season. Yeah. I used to, and see, I think it could be a thing, I just don't like honey. It's Manuka honey, I think? I know it starts with an M. And I used to just take a teaspoon of that and down it. General health, not because I was sick, but also if I was sick, I made sure to have it. Didn't really like the flavor, so it might just be a honey thing. Our nation, I moved to Manitoba about 10 years ago, was going to emigrate there, lived on a First Nation reserve on the shore of Lake Ebb and Flow in Bacon Ridge. Lovely people there in Canada. Nice. Splargery Goobert! Splargery Goobert's in the house! How have you been, Splargery Goobert? Where has the Splargery Goobert been? Get that. Now the party can begin. It's not wrong, not wrong. He's looking right at the camera. I didn't even notice. And it's cute how my cat wants to be with me when I don't pay attention to him. See, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. You are fashionably late, Splargery Goobert. I love the food there in Winnipeg. Maple syrup and pancakes for breakfast is heaven. It is. Gee, I thought I was the only one who opened the camera app when I actually wanted the Photos app. Nope, I do it so many times. So many. Honey butter chips. I'm trying to remember I just plowed the rest of the bag literally before I came here. I think it should be Miss Vicky's. I don't like how addicting they are. But there's one flavor. I don't know why I am forgetting the name of the flavor, because it is it's crack. No, I want all your flavors. Products. There we go. Are they changing the bag? So okay, I hope but Miss Vicky's honey mustard. Oh my god. Oh. I literally now when we go shopping, because everyone in the house likes the honey mustard chips, each person gets their own bag now. Because they're just too dang good. Buckwheat honey is good, but might be an acquired taste to some. Maybe that's why I haven't been, maybe it's that type. Depending on the flowers the bees harvested the nectar from can also impact the flavor of honey. Yeah, that much I know. But all the honey I've been getting, none of them mention the flower that the bees have acquired the honey from. So I think what I need to do is essentially, you know, because I know I'm okay with like lavender and stuff, but I know there's lavender infused honey, but find essentially a flower that I think I would like and go from, I don't know. The farmers markets will be around in a couple months. I can go sample. I will do that. Serious, I'm so hungry right now. I love honey too. Honey roasted carrots, parsnips, chicken, and I also drink green tea with lemon and honey most of the day. Best cure for a cold. Honey is very good to have when you are having a cold. Very good thing to have. I'm sick and infested with sick children. You know what, Splargery Goobert? Just put them in bubbles. You know those big brown plastic bubbles. Stick them in there. Also, interesting fact, honey lasts forever. They found some in a jar from over 1,000 years ago and still was perfectly fine. Yep. Honey does not go bad. Honey does not go bad. It just can't grow bacteria. It's great. It's fantastic. Miss Vicky's chips are insane. Yeah, see? I love how everyone agrees with the honey mustard. I love this. My in-laws have a jar of lavender honey. They got it at a farmer's market. Yeah, it's just, that's the only way really to try it too. Because so many places it's like, hey, yeah, buy this thing. And you have to spend like $10 to buy a thing that you don't know if you're going to like, versus why don't I go to a farmer's market where guaranteed they probably have samples, because they know that's how they're going to sell their stuff. People will like it right off the bat and boom. My children will be hamsters, as they should be. You can feed them, like you can get the little thing to hang from the outside and whatever, and they can dribble water and all that stuff. But stop letting your kids make you sick. I'm genuinely looking forward to the thumbnail for this chat in big bold letters. It's gonna be just a giant jug of honey on the thumbnail. Or that's all we've been talking about is food and honey. Like, what the heck? Most random chats for a gargoyle channel. I absolutely freaking love this. Lavender infused honey sounds good. I've heard of it. I know I've seen it. I've never tried it. And the only I've had lavender infused hot chocolate. Oh my god. Oh my god. I cannot recommend it enough. So good. Just all the scents. Lavender, I'm iffy on the scent. It really depends on who's handled the scent. And you know, I have a bag of lavender upstairs. I can't, it doesn't get better than that. And to think I made it for tea, I bought literally, it's a bag this big of lavender. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna, you know, do this with it, and then I never needed it, and I'm just like, oh crap, I have all this lavender. It's probably technically gone bad because it's just literally been there for years. Oh god, it's like 4 years in my pantry. Lavender is a very popular scent for older ladies in England. Also, I have been told a few drops on your pillow will give you a great night's sleep. That never worked for me. Lavender scented anything for sleep never worked on me. What kind of jacket overcoat are you wearing? This is from, I think, Ricky's. I'll have to double. Let's see if I can get access to the tag. Let's see. Can I cannot see that. Evolution? Yeah, I think, yeah, this came from Ricky's. I don't even know if the store exists in Canada anymore. I think they're out of business. No, I think, I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, it was just, they were having a sale and I wanted a zip up that would be kind of on the thin side so I wouldn't overheat, and then just whatever. And yeah, I think like 20 bucks. This thing is so old. Literally, so I want to say almost 15 years I've had this freaking thing. Closer to 10. Between 10 and 15. I feel old now. I feel old. Here, link it back. What flavor of honey would Broadway want to cook with? All of them. I'm sorry, all of them. This is Broadway we're talking about. I would put myself as, like, I don't have his want of loving for cooking, but the love of food, yeah, I just can't say yes on the everything for honey because I don't know what good honey tastes like, nor have I had many honeys. So wrong. Oh god. I've tasted lavender infused honey before. It's pretty good. Good to know. Welcome to the official Gargoyles honey channel. Pretty much. At least that's what I think I remember tasting. No one will ever know. Lavender tastes much better than magenta. Oh, Moran, you actually did that. You know what we haven't talked about? Potatoes. You're not wrong, Ghost Max. We've done almost an hour and a half and no potatoes. No potatoes. I would suspect smells good like roses, but not advise eat. I've had rose tea. Rose tea is not bad. Not great. If it's dry, it's probably fine, just less potent. It's definitely dry. Definitely dry. So you got retro wear. I could tell. It's nice. I'll be honest, Dark Knight, most of my clothes are retro. I haven't actually, like, shopped. No word of a lie, like 10 years. I hate shopping for clothes. So it was essentially, I slowly found pieces that I liked over the years and then just went, I'm done. Because I hate shopping. I picked up a few shirts for the channel, but I went to a thrift store where it was literally everything was sold by the pound. because I really just I needed shirts. I'm like I have so few shirts. Most of them are like, and plus they're slightly uncomfortable because they've kind of, I guess they shrank over the years or something, but so they're the regular collared t-shirts, but they've gotten a little tight around my neck and it bothers me to feel it there. I'm like, okay, I just need some shirts to do my videos, but otherwise I legit have not shopped for clothes in probably like 10 years. I have all the comfy clothes that I need. Yeah. And I don't care what's in style. I wear what's comfy. I despise trying to follow the trends. I'm like, no, does it fit me? Does it look okay on me? Good enough. I don't care. He's a total new. Yeah. I know nothing about gargoyles. Just this is all just to fool all ya. This is all just a big fracking lie. That's all it is. Wait, there's flavors. A bigger challenge would be finding a food Broadway doesn't like. Not wrong. Like no. And you got to remember, he's from 994. He's probably eaten some really bad stuff, and he ate slime off a stone. I don't think there's a food Broadway doesn't like. I bet Broadway will love this chat, given how much of it has been about food. Potato is the best food group. The best food group. Instead of potato gargoyles, it is time for honeybee gargoyles. Oh my god. But how would that work? Because they would be the same basic shape. I guess just black and, let's say with Goliath, purple striped. Would they have their same wings, or would they have bumblebee wings? And I'm assuming their tail would be the stinger. Is this what we're doing now? Honey mustard's good on fries. Yes. Oh, so good. And the chat jumped on me again. For the love of Pete. I've only been on 2 live chats in the last 12 years on YubTub. My last channel was nuked so hard. Oh, so I had to set up a new one. Man, it's I'm terrified of putting video clips in my videos because of that, but eh. The Renaissance Fair I go to every year offers free honey samples. Cinnamon honey is amazing. Lavender honey tastes like soap. There you go. Are you sure it wasn't cilantro, Chris? Are you sure it was lavender honey, not cilantro? Just kidding, she knows a ton about gargoyles, the show at least. Not sure about the architectural kind. No, when it comes to the buildings, that's where I kind of know. There are people who know a lot more than I do. I had to buy new clothes yesterday because I've lost 120 pounds and my clothes are like tents now. I'm hoping you are aiming for the 120 pound like, some people try to lose weight, some people don't want to lose weight, so it's always like I don't want to immediately congratulate someone on losing 120 pounds, because it's not necessarily like, some people, they lose weight because they got sick and then they, you know, they're severely underweight. So I'm like, it's Flargry Goober, like I'm trying to find a particular one on a building in a pic. I'm trying to locate the building. I cannot help you with that. I know nothing about architectural gargoyles. Nothing wrong with retro. When I have to shop for new clothes, I thrift these days for cheapness, and I want to learn to upcycle my old clothes. I don't know if I'll ever get in the upcycling thing, but I'd rather go thrift, because that way clothes don't end up in the trash, into our landfills. So, like, so I try to thrift as much as possible. And plus, that way I'm only spending like $5 a shirt, give or take. And for me, specifically, the places I go to, the money tends to go to charity, so I'll do that. I'm gonna break this scrolling chat, I swear. I'll make Gargoyles fans and Disney Afternoon fans out of my nephews yet. We will help, Andrew. We will help you do this. We will help you do this. Randomly bought some Sonoma wear over shirts. Never heard of them. They just look so comfy. Got them at 50% discount. Christmas wear stuffs. There you go. So I know the name Sonoma. I don't know from how many years ago. And I know nothing about them. I just know of the name. Now I want to go to the store and get some honey mustard. You're welcome, Sean. Xanatos doesn't approve of chicken and waffles or honey mustard. Excuse me, no dissing on my cilantro. No. Cons of Summer Dreams. I love cilantro. I am like the only person that I know that when ordering like a burrito or nacho, whatever, I always ask for cilantro on it because I just love the kick of flavor that it gives. My mother doesn't have the gene. She just doesn't like cilantro. I do know somebody who has the gene where cilantro tastes like soap. So I had bariatric surgery. I did it on purpose. Okay, so then congrats, Splargry Goobert. Congrats on the weight loss. I'm glad that it's working out for you. I do actually hate cilantro for the same reason. Recovery was rough. I feel a lot better now. Yay, Splargry Goobert. Stop getting sick now. Talking about Broadway and food, I think you should start doing an introspective on different characters. I've been thinking about it. I have been thinking about it. Top of my list is Demona, but also it's Demona. I think I should start with someone who doesn't have so much crap on them. I mean, maybe this time they'll have chicken in stock. Nope, no, because he said it, there's no chicken. Also, good news, I just got my art mojo flowing. I've been drawing some random fan art for one of my favorite content creators on YouTube. That is great, Andrew. That's so I am legitimately happy when I do the clapping or whatever. This isn't just like me being pedantic or anything. I am legit happy when people get like their art mojo back and they're happy to be doing artwork or writing or what. I'm legitimately happy because if they're happy, yay. Yay, yay, yay. I have a Danica stealing my heat. She started snoring because her snores are not from her being asleep. She just lays down and for some reason she makes snoring noises. Then when she actually falls asleep, the snoring stops. It's weird. I need you to tell the twins to stop using me as a human tissue and coughing in my face and I'll get better maybe. I mean, are they at the screen? I will tell them. Bring them to your computer and I will tell them to stop using mommy as a tissue rag. Or as a tissue, whatever, and to stop coughing in your. I'll do it. It's fine. I could see Broadway being as a food blog. Oh my god, yes. Can someone do that fanfic? Can someone do that fanfic? I mean, it's 1998 in their time, so I know the internet isn't the greatest thing, but it's there. It exists. So, yeah, can. Congrats on the recovery. 2025 was my year of surgeries. I had 3, all dealing with my gut. Oh my god, I can't even imagine. Oh, 3. I'm hoping also, Mighty Darkseid, you've recovered well and everything. Because that doesn't sound like fun. No. I'm not even gonna read that out loud because that just sounds I don't even want to look at the words because that's just no. That's a terror. I don't want the image in my head, and I'm not going to put it in anybody else's. If they read your comment all the way through, like I was unlucky to do, oops, but no. Yeah, dang, 3 surgeries. I can't even. Oh. 3 surgeries, dang. Ew. Like every time I know somebody who does surgery, it's like always a like, oh no, do I know anyone who had surgery? I don't even think the person I knew who had brain cancer had surgery. Like, nah, we're not gonna talk about that. No, but thanks. Says, yeah, I'm doing okay. Not how I would have liked, but I lost a lot of weight. Yeah, I'm hoping the weight loss was, a thing that you wanted and all that stuff. Cause yeah, it's like if you want to lose weight, then I hope if you lost weight, then I hope it's a thing that you wanted and it wasn't due to like, oh, I couldn't eat for a freaking year and I lost 200 pounds. That sort of, I just never. It's like when people automatically think that someone who's bigger in the belly is automatically pregnant. Like, that's the one thing I try to avoid. Like, you never want to make that error. I've got a surgery coming up in a few weeks. The surgeon was really too excited about maybe getting to use the robot. Oh no. As long as you're not the first one, Moran, that's the most important thing. As long as you're not the first one he's using the robot with. But I hope it goes well. I always, again, taking Kuma to the vet, taking someone to the hospital, somebody going for surgery, I will always just immediately, just instant worry. Just, I hope, like, no, I don't want anything to go wrong. I want everyone to be healthy and okay and all that stuff. It was. Okay, so Mighty Dark Side, congrats on the weight loss. Like, yay. I'm losing weight, so I don't need to pay for an extra seat on my flight to Japan in May. I mean, I'd pay for the extra seat just so no one sits beside me. If I had the money. I don't want anyone sitting next to me. I'm tiny, but I take up space. I actually, no word of a lie, the man spread, half the time I do that when I sit. I find it more comfortable. It's the weirdest thing. I will switch back and forth between the man spread and sitting with like legs together or legs crossed. But so many times, like I not as wide, obviously, or anything, but I tend to do the man spread. And it's very comfortable. So it's just like, no, I don't want anyone next to me. I want all the space. Maybe that's why I do it, to keep people from sitting next to me. But the other problem is they shrank those dang airline seats. Like, heck, I have been flying for years, and I remember, like, again, I've been practically the same size, hips expanded, but I've been practically, like, the same size for years, and I've noticed it's getting more cramped in the seats. So they are, like, shrinking the size of the seats, which really freaking sucks. So the fact that, you know, someone slightly bigger now can't even fit in these, because it's like, yeah, you shrank the dang seats. If I'm having trouble fitting in them, you've gone too far. Fine, then I'll just sit somewhere else. Yes, you will, Logan. But yeah, like, dang, Japan in May, I'm jealous. Can I go in your luggage, and that way, like, it's free for everybody for me to go? I have yet to go to Japan. I really want to go to Japan. Japan's on my list of places to go. If Kuma would stop getting sick. Yeah, for whatever reason, my go-to is sitting Indian style. I don't know any other 39-year-olds who still do. It's comfy for me. Yeah, like, I don't know if I would sit Indian style anymore. That's the only, there's got to be another word for that. I'm gonna, that's what we called it as kids. That's the only way I know how to reference it. Cross-legged. But yeah, like, I used to find it comfortable all the time. Now, right now, it just depends on where, like, my ankle bones specifically sit. Because unfortunately, if I get that wrong, then it's just like, nope. I have to worry about ankle bones. Really? I need aisle seats, or else my knees will basically go through the seat in front of me. I have that, depending on the airline, my knees are hitting the back of the seat in front of me. Because they're shrinking that too. Woohoo! Yay! Free trip to Japan in the suitcase in the bottom of the plane. That's gonna be fun. I will wear a heavy jacket. I got around seat size problems by learning to fly myself, which actually doesn't much. I will happily be a passenger. If it means I have to deal with less people on the dang plane. No. Yeah, see, cross-legged. Yeah, see, my dark side, I was gonna say, like, it's an old habit. That's all what we all called it growing up. It's more the, oh, my bad, it's the correct term is cross-legged. As long as it's, you didn't turn into one of those people. It's like, well, I called it this when I was 10 and this is the way I always call it. Like, that's when the problems arise. Everyone screws up. It's how you move on from the screw up. They say crisscross applesauce in kindergarten. That's cute. That is actually, that's adorable. I've also heard it described as Taylor's pose. Huh. Why tailor's pose? Like, I'm trying to... Why? Well, then again, actually, funny enough, the few times I've hand sewn something, I've been cross-legged. Is that why? Is that a comfortable... I don't... do we go on? We're gonna Google this. We're gonna Google this! I don't know why. I want to know why it's called. I don't care the actual pose. How do you do it? Oh no, that's tailor's pose. Slightly different. Tailor's pose is your feet together. I hate that. I've done that one for when needing to stretch or whatever. I despise it because it's just because stretching, and I don't like. I have no flexibility in my legs. But yeah, no, tailor's pose is feet together. Cross-legged should be les guides. Yeah, I cross it les guides. Yeah, cross-legged is different. It's the okay. Two different. There we go. Figure that out. Desi, if you could choose a themed flight to go to Japan on, is there anything you would hope they offer? I don't know if they have Gundam, but I do know of Hello Kitty and Pikachu. Oh my god. They have Hello Kitty. Wait, you get themed flights to Japan? Hold on, hold on, hold on. I've never heard of this. I know people have gone to... They have themed flights? What? Is this a real... What? What? I don't need actual flights to Japan. Oh my god, there's Pokemon Air? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? No, I don't want your ads. What? What? No, I think Lotus Pose is another different one. Yeah, Lotus Pose is your feet go over your thighs. Cross-legged is your feet go under your thighs. And tailor's pose is your feet are together. We are learning yoga poses tonight. Oh my goodness. I can't sit cross-legged because I have short legs like a human corgi. Don't worry, we'll do it for you. We're just going to grab your legs and just... I may be an old grouch, but I think if I were on a Hello Kitty themed flight, I want to see the pilot's license. What if the ads are Pokemon? Oh god, I don't want ads. No more ads. There's enough ads. Women have longer legs than men to upper torso ratio, and an interesting fact, reason high heels were invented and promoted. Yeah, I know women tend to have stronger legs than men. That much I know. And if your feet are together behind your back, that's a horrible situation. I'm tall and typically some of the aisle seats aren't wide enough for me since I'm somewhat broad in the shoulders. See? So it's like they're squishing us in like sardines. And I'm not the tallest and I'm not the widest. But if I'm starting to have problems with it, you done screwed up. You're done screwed up. But yes, I want to know more about these freaking themed flights. Like what? Oh my god, there's a Pokemon plane. There's a Pokemon. There are multiple Pokemon. What is this? Oh my god. This is crazy. The Pikachu jets. Oh my god. And there's the Gundam themed aircraft. Oh my god. Guys, this is great. Oh my god. Well, given the storyline of Gundam, I think I might avoid a plane decorated and giant fighting robots. What would themed flights to Canada be? Hockey and lacrosse and ice. Heels were originally intended for riders so their boots would grip properly in stirrups. Over time it evolved into a fashion accessory. And the heels for riding are very, very short, but it's just enough to just essentially hook so you don't fall out of the stirrup. Do you think it would be NHL themed? I thought I learned somewhere that before being a women's shoe, high heels were worn in the Middle Ages or later by sewage workers or something of that occupation. The weird things I've come across. Let's not forget that high heels were worn primarily by men back in the day. It was a male accessory. When researching for a story, sure, Cosmina. Gargoyles themed flight. The plane can only fly at night. Turns into stone. Let's not. There's a lot of overnight flights. A Bob and Doug McKenzie flight. Ah, yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, what would be another one? You know what? Poutine themed. It's poutine. Sorry, poutine. I'm going to pronounce it correctly. So it was a codpiece. Yep. It's funny how the fashion shifted from men only wear this to now we shifted it onto women, like wigs. Men loved their wigs back in the day, but so did the women. But you know, men wore high heels, men wore makeup, men wore wigs. When the heck did that change? It would have been more fun had they stuck with it. Yeah, another Canadian maple syrup themed flight. It gave new meaning to take off, eh? Yes, yes. Oh, they're still talking. Oh my god, how long is this intermission? Yes, Schitt's Creek flight done. I hit the mic, take a shot. Yes, done. We found it. That's it. Done. Or Hoser Air sponsored by Molson's. Is Molson still Canadian? I don't think they are. I don't know if Molson's is still Canadian. Yeah, I know you're a North American lager. That doesn't help me. Guys, this is taking too much. I don't want to read this much. Canadian American. Yeah, but yeah, oh yeah, I forgot they merged in 2005 because it's not Molson anymore. It's Molson Coors. Besides, there's better beer. There's better beer. Molson is global now. It's Molson Coors now. Yeah, see, there you go. Rocky and Bullwinkle. I mean, sure, it's a moose and a squirrel. Squirrel. So men back in the day looked like 80s rock stars. Yeah, they legit did. Makes sense now. Yeah, I remember that phase back in the 80s. Didn't make much sense to me back then either. Coors is over. See, there you go. Coors is down in Colorado. Yeah, it's a mixed Canadian American. There's better Canadian beers if you want to stick to Canadian. Yeah, nothing that's become the like Molson Canadian. Nothing's, again, they put the word Canadian in there, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's the Canadian brand. Like Tim Hortons isn't Canadian, but they have maple leafs on everything. So no company has ever been able to really take the spot of those companies, which kind of sucks. Wigs are still pretty popular in South Korea, so I hear. That I don't know. But, No, I didn't go back far enough. Where's the word I'm looking for? Dang it. Because I wanted to grab a picture of what they used to look like, but of course words are hard. I mean, heck, we still have Scotsmen wearing kilts. The glam rock of the 80s. Yeah, look up Poison from around the mid-80s. Long hair and all that stuff. I wonder what we think will look retroactively ridiculous 30 or 40 years from now. Thing is, I don't really find anything ridiculous, but that's because, first of all, I don't pay attention, like I said, to fashion trends and whatever. I'm more of the, look, if it works for you and it's comfy, I don't care. Like, heck, back in the 90s, we were wearing stuff that was popular in the 70s. Now we're in 2026s, and the 90s have come back. Thanks for keeping one of the best cartoons alive. We live again. Thank you, LA Shots. I wish I could take more credit for that, but that's literally everybody else and Weissman for continuing to write the stories. I'm only trying to help promote it so that he can keep writing stories, because that's what we all want. Just more stories from Greg, because dang nabbit, he's too good a writer. Ugh. Mop hairstyles of the early 2000s. Mullets came back and they still look ridiculous. Okay, I know. You're not wrong there. Not wrong. The rat tail, I never, the rat tail was weird. I never understood that one. I tried to rock the Miami Vice look back in the day, wasn't particularly successful at it. I was thinking Dee Snider from Twisted Sister. Just trying to think of the freaking era. Like, oh my god. Yeah, I guess no. They weren't really wearing heels, were they? Yeah, no, I need to go further back. Oh, the puffy pants. Yes, the puffy pants that the men used to wear. Oh yeah, they used to wear like leggings too, like pantyhose. Forgot about that. Eh. And ban. Just ban. Ban. I'm hitting the button. Is it working? Is Logan banned yet? I never really follow trends myself, so it just feels like nothing's really changed for me fashion-wise. See, that's what I mean. The only way you would see me being fashionable is I happen to buy a clothing piece that was in style at the time, and because it was like the only style available, because oh, this is what you're supposed to be wearing, that's what I wore, and that's it. It was a happenstance, but because I would also then just keep wearing it for the next 10 years. The broccoli hairstyle makes people look like simpletons. The broccoli hairstyle. What? What is the broccoli hairstyle? Did he do Chronicles? I stopped watching after a couple episodes. Nothing beats the Avalon Journey. He did not. He was done. He technically had a hand in the very first episode, the Journey. But even they screwed that up. So no, it's seasons 1 and 2. That's it. My husband had a rat tail well into high school because he wanted to look like grandma. And you married him? I'm judging you, Splargery Goobert. Judging you. Parachute puffy pants. Legit, they are like parachute-esque puffy pants. I rocked the mullet back then. Business up front, party around. Genie pants, parachute, paratrooper pants, bell bottoms came back briefly too. It's 90s style right now that's in. It's kind of scary. I'm like, I don't need to see the clothes from my childhood. Some of it was bad. Look up Beau Brummel. He changed men's fashions. I will have to look at it. Let's see. Beau Brummel. Beau. I like it how Google will give me. At least I have it saved here for now. I'm not going to read it now because that's a lot of reading. I'm being sucked into a black hole by when were fursuits mainstream? I mean, we wear fur coats. I'm just going to throw this one out from out there. I am just going to throw this one from the 80s neon. Oh my god, I don't like. I'm picky about neon. I won't wear neon. I don't like it on me. Never had much time for fashion. Mostly wore green camo for most of my life. Your husband is clearly a man of taste and culture. Splottergreen Cooper. You want to talk old clothes? Pretty sure I have. Not the pants, but a Jinko shirt somewhere. Dang! I want to find the pants. Those are the only, like, that's the one article of clothing that I want to find. And it's mostly for travel, just so I don't have to have a carry-on. I can just shove everything in the pockets. That's all I want to do. Xanatosis tends to look like he's rocking a mullet. Oh dear, I cannot think of Xanatos. I can't know. No, I can't know. I'm not gonna think about that. No, no. Bring back the multi-layer tank tops back. Oh god. I never did that. That was the thing I never did. I never understood wearing multiple shirts because I'm like, wouldn't you overheat? Well, how's that comfortable? In the winter it makes sense. He has exquisite taste in anime. His fashion is questionable. I mean, Splarger Goober, I mean, can we say that about most men? I think. Probably. I kid. Agreed. Been a fan of t-shirt and jeans when not forced to wear work attire. Main questions, do they fit? Do I look like a weirdo more than usual? I don't even want to wear jeans anymore. I find them uncomfortable. Give me a pair of yoga pants. And a tank top and a sweater. That's me usually. Oh, Kara looks cute. The era of perpetually wet from your knees down is back. Yes. Yes. How soon in the comics before Xanatos gets a haircut? Oh god. I hope that never happens. I don't want to see Xanatos with a haircut. One thing from late 80s, early 90s fashion I like to see come back is the hypercolor t-shirts. I don't even remember those. While I do like some designs of clothing, especially from video games, they are a lot of effort and fabric. Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Oh, it was not fun. I did one. It actually took me, yeah, I want to say not a good year's worth, like time-wise, but it took me a couple months because I did put together the outfit of Altair. I did. Decent work for somebody who doesn't sew on the regular and doesn't know what the heck they're doing. Which reminds me, I need to remake that belt because it don't fit no more. I just see something I like and I wear it, and if it's comfortable. Yeah, that's what I do. Alexander gives daddy a haircut, comedy ensues. That way I'll accept it. I'll accept the haircut that way because Alex did it. Have you ever done an NYC trip to the cloisters? I could definitely see a movie like How the Mighty Freak was made and incorporated I've never been to the cloisters. I've been to New York, but I've never seen the cloisters. Mullet Xanatos is goated. Yep, I still dress like I lived in a cabin in Canada. Looks cool and dress for any eventuality. No one is ever ready for skunks. Hypercolor shirts changed on color based on body. That was a thing? What? Okay, I need this now. I need this in my life. That would be cool. I tend to wear jeans and t-shirts at work, but I work in a warehouse. Well, yeah, that's... Speaking of 90s fashion, how about Elisa and her rolled up jeans? The fact that I was able to get a pair of jeans to roll up like her jeans and a pair of boots that kind of the fact that I was able to pull that off, I'm actually proud of myself. I am actually proud of myself for that. I live in PJ pants and oversized t-shirts. It's my mom uniform. I'm not even a mom and that's my uniform. It's comfy. If I don't gotta leave the house, that's what I do. Why would I try and, like, I'm not wearing jeans in the house. No. And with that, we are at the 5-minute mark before 10 p.m., 8 p.m., whatever the heck. So I am done for the night. As always, I will, because I know money's tight for everybody, at the very least, I ask, both links should be there, the GoFundMe and my regular, like, Streamlabs link, depending on what people are comfortable with. I'm asking at least to share that stuff, because, yeah, I know money's tight. But to help get the word out so that hopefully I can get some relief in Kuma's funds. Because I'm getting scarily close to $10,000 in bills. So yes, guys, as always, have a great weekend. You know, enjoy yourself, Splurgy Goobert. Please get better and stop letting your kids cough all over you. Like, dang nabbit, woman, put on a mask. I don't. Put a mask on them. Stick them in a bubble. I don't even care. Quick get back to Kuma. Get better soon, Kuma message before the stream ends. Thank you. But yes, all the good health to Kuma. So guys, yeah, enjoy your weekend. Yeah, I hope Kuma I hope that was the last emergency vet. That's just the last big expenditure on this cat, because my God. Enjoy your weekends. Take care of yourselves, be safe, and as always, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another, be the good that you want to see in the world, and I will see you all next week. And until then, guys, bye. I keep hitting